So there are a lot of differences between Ford engines, Chevy engines, and Chrysler engines, but one of the topics I want to discuss is the cylinder head design because I feel this is really the place where the three companies changed the most. Now, you got to break Ford's innovations down into three categories: manufacturing, engines, and then powertrain and advancement in technology. So the modern assembly line allowed them to build vehicles instead of in 13 hours all the way down to 90 minutes. So we wouldn't be where we are today with that innovation. But really, it was the Ford Flathead that put them on the map. But what happens, the second part of that story, is you go to the 1950s after World War II. Now, General Motors has six full-fledged brands building big V8 engines. And this is where Ford really had to switch gears a little bit. So they had to quickly come out with the Y block because General Motors had all these big displacement engines. So this is really where the big three, the competition, I think, really starts. Is if you want to look at the late 1940s, 1950s, this is where each of them had to kind of battle each other like a boxing match. One person did one thing, the other company did another. Now, what Dodge did, or Chrysler did, which is they switched the cylinder head. That's where the Hemi came in. So they tried to stay more old school as they went with the Hemi head and the big blocks, where Chevy went with the small blocks. Now, Ford, sort of interesting enough, came out with all the different engine families. So where General Motors had all these different brands, Chrysler and Chevy had to compete with fewer brands. So they had to kind of develop more engine technology, where Chevy, as you know, went to the corporate engines. So that really shows itself. If I would say the 90s and the 2000s are really the most interesting part